All right, you guys ready?
How long does this run on low fuel exactly?
About 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah, let's get it.
Oh. All right, hold on.
Okay. That is straight water.
That is water.
So, in last week's episode, we bogged our F350 just a tad bit too deep. We sent it into this pond, and link in the description. If you haven't watched last week's video, make sure you go and watch it to see the whole entire footage from that day, because it was pretty wild. The truck ended up halfway stuck in the pond for at least 4 hours. During those 4 hours, that would allow the water enough time to do some serious damage to the truck. Just how bad is it? We don't know. So that's what this video is for. This video is gonna be focused on just how messed up the truck is and what happens when you flood a diesel into a pond. So stay tuned. All right guys, for the first part of this video, we're gonna see if we can fix the truck pretty easily. So yeah, you guys saw last video, we absolutely sent this thing through a pond. There's a pond right over there. Front end's missing, turn signal's gone, and we actually had the lines, I believe this is an oil cooler. We had the lines off the oil cooler pop off. So we had water shooting up in there. Obviously we had to change the oil today. So I actually went to AutoZone and spent actually surprisingly not that much, only 120 bucks, but we did get STP oil. So in total we have 8 gallons of STP oil, which is enough to change the oil, flush it, and then change it again and drive it. So that's the plan. So before we actually put the oil in that we're gonna use, we're just gonna put brand new oil in it with the STP oil filter and flush it out. Once we do the flush and drain it again, then we have a Motorcraft oil filter back there. Yeah, hopefully the engine isn't completely done. So you guys saw the video, the water basically came up to right about here. I might be wrong, but I don't think the hoses popped off until we actually accidentally ripped the bumper off because we had it tied to the wrong thing. Whole front end, like I said, was underwater, and our hands were trying to figure out where the chain would go. We couldn't see anything because the water was so murky. We were kind of just guessing and feeling with our hands, and as you can see, we attached it to the bumper mount and that just sheared right off. We'll go ahead and pop the hood real quick. Oh yeah, here's the bumper. Like I said, shouldn't be that hard to put back on. So just so you know, the mounts are kind of messed up right there and right there. So, all right, so we got the hood popped here. I'm just gonna go ahead and start checking some stuff. I'm waiting for neighbor Zach to come out. He's the one that pulled the truck out in the last video. But at the moment, I'm just checking the fluids, and we're about to see just how bad the water and the oil situation is. So let's check that real quick. Honestly, guys, it's really not that bad. Like, yeah, it's black, but I mean, it's diesel oil. I was honestly expecting a lot worse. Okay, so that's a good sign. We're still doing an oil change and a flush, but the real question is, did it get in the transmission fluid? Because if so, that's no bueno, because this thing takes like 20 quarts of ATF. I don't know, guys. It looks like transmission fluid. Nothing terribly bad though, so that's good. Let's go ahead and check the air filter real quick. And that is definitely wet. So guys, since the truck was at an angle, the water came up to right about here, so it probably came up about halfway through this air box. So it is definitely possible that some water got sucked in there. I mean, there might be water streaks in there. I can't really tell too well. If it did get some water in the engine, hopefully it's not much. I don't think it was that much, because I mean, the water wasn't all the way up to the air box. So, and that's what would really destroy this engine, is if we actually hydrolocked it by getting water in the intake. We won't really know until we try and start it. And before we do that, we gotta drain the oil out. So let's get to it. All right guys, we're about to pull the drain bolt out. I don't know how bad this oil is gonna be. Let's see what happens. Oh, that already looks pretty watery. That's water. You see that?
Yeah.
That's water coming out right now. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, shit. All right, guys, so we just drained the oil and took the oil filter out. And per Zach's recommendation, what we're actually gonna do now is crank the truck over for like 10 seconds with no oil in the engine. And hopefully that purges. I don't like that face.
You're questioning me. Yep, go again. All right, you're good. Then you purge that oil.
Well, there was oil or water.
So that's just power steering cooler?
Yeah.
We don't need that shit anyway.
You see these arms? We need that.
Hey, where's Shrek? We forgot Shrek. You don't even need to preload that thing. It'll do it on its own.
That's what they say online.
I never did.
Oh, well, if you see it online, it must have been true. My bad. Forgot. Young kids.
Is it on? Yeah, it just has like a little red dot on there.
That line.
There goes the freaking 4 gallons of oil. Thirsty bitch.
You made it in the funnel. Try. Don't laugh. Don't you giggle. You son. Don't giggle.
We go for distance.
What's y'all kinfolk doing?
What's going on, Baldy Locks?
Is this your car?
You guys missed the festivities yesterday. Where were you?
Festivities. What happened?
We were mud in the pond. Is it worth the 48 miles per gallon while you got your boyfriend hanging from your nuts? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'll keep my diesel.
Like, at least I get a sport model like this one.
We might as well just re-enlist as Coast Guard. Whatever. Now you could do donuts.
Oh yeah. I can do donuts to that.
We'll make a YouTube video. Go again. It's not even trying to combust. Which one are we saying? These are different than mine. Which one are we saying is the glow plug? The front one or the back one?
Back one, the one that looks new. Press the button underneath the steering wheel.
I got no spark.
Yeah, press it. Okay, he's holding it. Nothing?
We got no power to this thing.
All right, so 5 hours later, I think we finally found the problem. We took the ECU out, or PCM, and this is what it looks like.
Yeah, thanks Ford.
Can we still see the water dripping out of it?
Yep.
Kind of. It's hard to see on the camera. But if I get the light just right, hopefully the camera can see that. The inside is like corroded, and there's a whole ecosystem living in this computer right now.
It's a good idea. Let's put it at the lowest part of the cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on.
Honestly, it probably would have been okay if I didn't have the chip installed, because usually when you don't have the chip on, there's like a little rubber cover. But since I had that removed for the chip, water just kind of became its new home in here.
That's what happens when you want more horsepower.
Yeah, exactly. So pro tip, guys, if your truck is chipped, do not take it through ankle deep water. You're welcome, buddy.
That was knee deep.
So apparently finding an affordable PCM replacement for this truck proved to be difficult, to say the least. So in the meantime, we had to go drive up to Oklahoma to make some new friends and help out this awesome guy named December. We drove through the night on Friday to go meet up with them, and December is a 27-year-old that is paralyzed from the waist down and loves drifting. His team is actually in the process right now of building his custom hand-controlled drift car, and they invited us to be a part of it.
What time is it right now?
5:22.
So we just got to our hotel room. We originally were gonna sleep in the cars, but apparently that didn't go as planned, right?
No.
So we went to the wrong hotel. It's a $50 hotel, and this is by far the worst hotel room I think we've ever been to. So
You disgusting.
I think you
cockroach up there.
yeah, let me show you guys real quick. So this is literally a roach on the wall. That's a goddamn cockroach. I can't
goddamn
speak, bro.
cockroach.
It's a bug. And then you found bed bugs, right?
Oh yeah, dude. Just straight up bed bugs, dog. Look at that.
This is bad.
We need to be the heebie-jeebies.
This is bad. Like, we definitely cheaped out a little bit too much this time.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's our fault. We're cheap.
It's already almost 6. What's the point of sleeping?
We might as well stay the up now.
Yeah.
Why are you guys so tired? Bed bugs, cockroaches, shitty motels, whole 9 yards. Dude, Oklahoma fucking sucks so far,
This
bro.
is terrible. Just dirt and trees and roaches.
So you know what the fucked up thing is, dude? Somebody lives here.
The next one over?
Yeah, dude, there's fucking patio furniture.
What the? It's probably the roach attendant.
No, I was like, man, I mean, we need our money back. She goes, why? Because there's fucking cockroaches. And
I show her the picture. She goes,
oh, okay.
"Oh, his name's
Okay.
Tim."
My name is Tim.
How long have you wanted to drift, man?
Forever. I want me to drift it's a dream for me. Yeah, it's a dream. So
Man, we're here to make sure that dream comes true, man. We want you on the track out there with us.
Here to help.
Yeah, we're here to help make
Yeah.
your dream come true, bro.
yes,
We're not running the show.
I want to help people that will help others as well.
Kind of like inspiration.
Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, that's all.
That's awesome.
You gotta get the tattoo of a Rolex.
Where your tan line is. Welcome back to Novice Garage.
That was offbeat. We gotta redo that.